Okay, let's start with our names. I'm Dr. Curtis, and it's nice to meet you.
Alex.
Alex.
Alex Goldman.
Okay, Alex, it's nice to see that you made it here with all these appointment cancellations.
Yeah, I know. I just couldn't really get myself to go. I just never really thought this would help.
Okay, well, I can assure you that you have nothing to worry about, and I'm really glad that you were finally able to make your way over here. Uh, I'd like to discuss your past with George and focus on that during this session. So tell me, Alex, how did George express himself to you before the incident?
George was a man of his word. He would never let anybody down as long as they were on his watch. He would always be laughing, and we would play football together and after school, but he would usually stay with the cross country team because that's what he would love to do. He would run with them, and he could run for miles and miles without getting tired, as long as he had gallons of water.
Okay, so do you feel like you had a strong bond with him? I mean, how did it make you feel, knowing that your time with him was limited?
Yeah, we were uh, we were really close with each other. I mean, we played video games together. We ate together. We did homework together, and funny enough, we won the Best Friends Award, even though we're brothers, which is kind of weird.
Okay, so from what you're saying, it seems to me like you have become attached to your brother in such a way that you no longer seem to feel like you can be yourself, right? And we know that this kind of situation is typically associated with the frontal lobe, okay? The frontal lobe is what deals with our personality and our feelings of connection to friends and family, right? And so this is where I think this association that you have with George is mainly coming from. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, I don't mean to go all Doctor Strange on you, but this was an observation that I had from when you first started to describe George. Okay, so let's go back, and why don't you tell me about the first time that you saw the Gills?
Well, me and George were walking to our bus stop, and that's when I noticed that he was scratching his arms. Then I said,
No. What's that on your arm? It looks like a bad rash.
I'm not even sure, man. It's been itching, but I'll get it checked out later, though.
Okay, so the first time that you noticed these fish scales was him scratching his arm, and you asked him, "What's on your arm?" basically.
"That's right."
Okay, and when did this first take place?
This happened about 9 months ago.
So you didn't ask him about it again after all of this happened?
Well, no, because I didn't really think much of it.
Okay. Well, first thing I got to let you know is that none of this is your fault. Okay? So when did the next incident occur? You said that this was the moment when you knew that he wasn't himself anymore. What did you mean by that?
Well, it was September 22nd, and George was taking his usual run around the block. And every time he drank water, it would be like deja vu every time I saw it. He would run, chug 3 bottles of water. Well, this was when it happened. He took off his jacket and he started choking, suffocating, like he couldn't breathe. He quickly went to the pool and he screamed under the water because that's where he felt safe.
And how did this affect you? What were your reactions when this happened?
Yeah, I was in shock and I was in fear, and I've never seen fish scales on someone, and I sure as hell didn't expect to see it on my brother.
Okay, so did your emotions change as his state started to change?
Yeah, I still don't know what's going to happen with him, and I still don't know what the hell those scientists are studying about him.
Okay. Well, Alex Goldman, it's been very nice finally getting to meet you. I'm going to prescribe you a very specific drug called olanzapine vial. It's an antipsychotic drug. It's actually quite strong, and it's going to help restore the balance within you and your neural transmitters, and I think it's going to help you quite a lot.
Wait, what do you mean you're prescribing me with antipsychotics? Dr. Curtis, are you calling me crazy?
Alex, there is no George Goldman. Okay? There's no man with fish scales on his arm. Okay? There's no record of any George Goldman. I'm sorry. All right?
No.
You have what's called false memory syndrome.
No.
Okay? It's a condition where the brain makes up stories, and to be honest with you, we don't really know what causes it.
Dr. Curtis, you are lying. My brother is real. I can show you pictures.
Show me the pictures, Alex. I can prove it to you.
Fine. You want to see him? Here. Look. You see him? He's right there. He's right there.
Alex, why don't you take a look at the pictures again? There's no one there. Listen, I am recommending you to go to an outpatient center in Tennessee that deals very specifically with this kind of condition.
Dr. Curtis, I am not crazy.
Alex, it's time to let it go.